And the award for Best Named Journalist, given the topic he's covering, goes to John Bacon, author of Wild Boars Overrun, Islamic State Position, Kill 3 Militants. In Mr. Bacon's sizzling article, he writes, 3 Islamic State militants setting up an ambush in a bitterly contested area of northern Iraq were killed by a herd of stampeding boars. The jihadis set up an ambush, but the pigs countered with a hambush. Mr. Bacon continues, Sheikh Anwar al-Asi, a chief of the local Ubaid tribe and supervisor of anti-ISIS forces, told the Times of London the militants were hiding. Hope they didn't get bored hiding all day. Hiding on the edge of a field about 50 miles southwest of Kirkuk when the boars overwhelmed them Sunday. Think about this. Pigs overwhelmed a group of seasoned jihadis who had machine guns. Those are some smart pigs. I don't know the name of the leader of the pigs, but I'm calling him Albert Einstein. 5 other militants were injured. Of those 5 injured militants, rescue workers report this little jihadi pulled a hamstring. This little jihadi got pork chopped. This little jihadi needed ointment. This little jihadi got into a ambulance. And this little jihadi went wee, 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 all the way to the next hellhole he'd be hiding in until those pigs hunt him down. Because once a pig gets a taste for jihadi flesh, nothing else will satisfy it. Join the jihad, it's a great life. Tell us what's shaking, Mr. Bacon. He said the group was poised to attack a band of local tribesmen who had fled to nearby mountains since militants seized the town of Hawija 3 years ago. So ISIS conquers a town and imposes Sharia, a legal system championed by American Muslims like Linda Sarsour. Surprise, surprise, no one wants to live there anymore. But when people flee for their lives to get as far away from a town governed by Muhammad's teachings as they can, jihadis are hiding in the bushes waiting to kill them. It's Sharia or death, and people prefer death. Too bad Linda wasn't there to tell them about all those wonderful interest-free loans. Back to Mr. Bacon. It is likely their movement disturbed a herd of wild pigs which inhabit the area as well as the nearby cornfields. So the area was actually the home of a bunch of pigs. Sources report that the pig home was very stylish, and the pigs didn't like these jihadis huffing and puffing and Allahu Akbaring, so they attacked in a massacre that will forever be referred to by me as Swine-11. Mr. Bacon goes on to say that this band of militants had executed 25 people fleeing the caliphate in the days leading up to Swine-11. There was a twist in the tale. They thought there wouldn't be any repercussions. According to Mr. Bacon, they were mistaken. Now, just to be clear, I'm not having as much fun with this topic as I seem to be having, because I believe that all human beings, including jihadis, are created in the image of God. It's easy for many people to say, look at them, they're evil and violent, they deserve to die. But I was once evil and violent, and I deserved to die. Instead, I got a second chance, and I really want other evil, violent people to get that second chance. Up until their dying breaths, I'm hoping that jihadis turn away from an ideology that has convinced them that their highest calling is to kill other people who are created in the image of God. So at the end of the day, I don't find anyone's death amusing, not even the death of an ISIS jihadi. But there are other ISIS jihadis out there who are convinced that they're being empowered by Allah to reestablish the Islamic caliphate. A band of jihadis getting crushed by a sounder of wild boars is precisely the sort of thing that might make a jihadi wonder, does Allah really want us hiding in these bushes to kill fleeing villagers? How are my brothers who got trampled by pigs going to explain their deaths to their virgins in paradise?
Hi there. I was just talking to Abdullah. He died blowing up a busload of Afghani girls who were trying to attend school. He's so cool and macho. How did you die?
I was killed by pigs.
You mean Americans?
No, I'm not speaking figuratively. I was killed by actual pigs.
You mean you were killed by the Jews Allah cursed and transformed into pigs, as we read in the Holy Quran?
No, they were normal, everyday pigs.
I think I'm gonna go be Abdullah's everlasting sex slave. You let a bunch of pigs hog all your glory.
So, in our efforts to save lives, we need to squeal with laughter as we remind jihadis of the Swine-11 massacre. I can only think of one death in all of Islamic history that's more disgraceful, from an Islamic perspective, than that of the jihadis who got trampled by pigs on Swine-11. The most disgraceful death in history, from an Islamic perspective, was Muhammad's. Women, pigs, and Jews are the bottom of the Islamic barrel, according to Allah and Muhammad. Women are the worst of genders, pigs are the worst of animals, Jews are the worst of creatures. Jihadis are now being killed by pigs. But as disgraceful as that is, Muhammad was killed by a Jewish woman. And the full story is much, much worse if you're a Muslim. That's why Muslim scholars hide the facts about Muhammad's death from their followers. But you can get the full story by watching this video, Who Killed Muhammad? Once you Muslims learn the truth about how your prophet died, you'll be saying,
That's all, folks.
So, ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi walks into a bar with a pig under one arm. The bartender says, "Get that disgusting animal out of here." Al-Baghdadi gets mad and yells, "Don't talk about my pig like that." The bartender replies, "I was talking to the pig."